Well, welcome to Channel Creativity Live. I'm just getting my stuff ready over here. Yay! Hmm. Let's see. What else do I need to do? This waiting period is so funny. Definitely takes a little bit of getting used to. Hmm. Everything is looking good. Hello. Hello. Welcome. I'll be doing some live drawing. Hello, welcome. Mm, hello. If you're in the mood to watch some live drawing, here we are. Um, this is the portrait we will be working with today. Hello. I think it would be really cool to show some of the pencils that I'm going to be working with. These are the colors that we're working with today. I am obsessed with everything that's on the spectrum of red. If it's purple, if it's red, if it's pink, if it's orange, I love it all. So that's what we're working with. Also, this is the portrait that we're going to be working with today, and an example of what we could be doing. I just want to show you guys what I did at the other live the other day. These are some of the examples. So yeah, this is what we are trying to achieve today. There's one of these beautiful red portraits. I am obsessed with red. I think red is such a beautiful color, and if you have a variety of reds and in that family, you can get a lot of beautiful colors. And yeah, like I have an example over here which is orange and red, and it turned out so pretty, and I really like the combo. But yeah, this is what we're doing today. So there you go. This is the portrait we're gonna be doing today. I thought I've been doing a lot of women lately, so I'm gonna switch it up and maybe make a dude for why not? He's giving me Shakespeare vibes, so that's what we're gonna do. Um, Also, let me get my face out of the way. I feel like my face is just like, hey, you guys want to see me? No. Um, no, that's not what I want. God. There you go. You can still see my face, but I'm not just like this dominant like thing on the screen, because you didn't come to see my face ramble. You came to see how to draw. There you go. Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to draw today. I really mentally need it. I've had a very abrupt morning, and that's because I have a toddler to keep me busy. So yeah, I'm just excited to be here with you guys and actually, do a task beginning to end without being interrupted. You're asking yourself probably, where is the small child? Small child is at daycare. I'm at home doing my morning live before I start work. Can you guys see my screen pretty well? Is it decent? I just want to make sure that things don't look too like saturated or too bright or too. Just trying to make sure that we're good before we just dive deep into this. Okay, let's see. Also, I've discovered that I can play music off of YouTube library, so I don't get flagged if I ever want to use this video. So that's a fun tip. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so one of the things that we do up front, and it's really essential, is establish the frame, like I always do. And the frame gives me an idea where the subject is. It just makes it really easy to, okay, the hairline ends right here, the ears are like roughly over here, over here. I don't just I mean, you can. I know artists that just like start in one corner and then like they gradually like just make this like very detailed portrait, and I mean that's not how my brain works. So I'm not gonna pretend I know how to do that. But I just always start with frames. If I work really, really big, I definitely do a grid to make sure that everything is aligning into the right spot. And I also over here, what if you're just starting and you're still having a hard time focusing on the frame? What I do, I split the image, especially if this is a small image. It's like the size of my hand, really. Um, you split it up, and yeah, then you just start figuring out where to start. What would be the best thing? I personally, what has seems to work for me is I just go in and start blocking out where the object is, just shading in quickly, roughly, kind of forming the shape that I see, not the face. The moment I start working with putting in eyes right away or mouth, it's just a recipe for disaster for me. And I think just blocking it out sets the tone. You roughly know where things are. Da-da-da-da-da. Hair goes in. There you go. There you go. There you go. And you can press, in some areas like that you feel very confident. You can like go in and block it out better. Like the example, this shape over here is so specific and it's so well done. Well done. It's so well visible, is what I wanted to say. Awesome, Alex. When did you learn how to speak English? It's rough, man. It's been a rough morning. Like, if I say stupid stuff along the way, just bear with me. Okay, so we know we can kind of see just from like doing so little, you can already start seeing, like, okay, this is what we're working with. And it helps so much. And, like, yeah. Anyways, let's continue. let's just map out the shape over here. La la la, la la la. His ears are very like they're coming out more. So I think the ears will be really helpful. What's interesting to know is that his ears are at a slant, right? So always use your pencil to figure out like where things are in proportion to each other. So we're figuring out that the ears are slanted. So we're that's what we need to keep in mind. It's like a slanted thing. Also, his eyes are slightly slanted, but not as slanted as what is happening with his ears. Also, to know that his eyes are falling. Actually, they're right above his ears. So that's also really important to know because if you place his eyes a little bit higher or lower, uh, especially if you're trying to aim for realism and you're trying to really say like, okay, that's so and so, it really matters. These little like features that you're like trying to to get right is what makes the person look like the real person. So if we have the ears over here, then we have the eyes. Mm, I would say from bottom eyes to mm, probably this much. Okay, so blocking that in, and then the nose kind of ends roughly there from top to okay, okay, and then uh, from ear to so the ear is actually I got it pretty right, which yeah, hey me. I'm trying to match like where this line in the forehead is. So this is not cheating, people. This is what I learned in school. So perfect. There you go. So now we're just figuring out where things are. I'm in no rush by any means to make something really concrete. We have like a whole hour and a half to just make stuff. Let's see. The ear ends roughly there. Oh, I just missed it. Okay, that's where that ends. Actually, those are kind of like so funny what is happening. Hmm. So the mouth, the lip, the upper lip is sitting right between the bottom of each ear. Okay. And then from top of lip to chin. Oh, it was actually off a little bit. Okay, forehead to hairline. Mm. I see he has like what's what do you guys call when the hairline kind of like curves to the center and it has like a little pointy what is it? What's it called? Anyways, that's what he has. He has a very distinct widow's peak. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um so yeah, I kind of see it here in the shadow. And then he has some receding hairline over here. He looks great. He's a beautiful man. But it's to note. Okay. Okay. Let's see, the ears like this wide roughly. I got that. Sweet. Da, da, da. Where is it? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Also, thank you, Valerie, for the answer. It was gonna seriously bother me. It's like, what is that thing called? Um. So I see a whole segment of hair here, and it's actually encompassing most of the top of the ear. So that's something to take note of. Um, I misjudged how tall his hair is. Jesus. Sometimes like that happens. It like you know just because you built a a frame doesn't mean like particularly it will happen, and things will like break through, which is fine. Actually, I kind of like some of that breakage of the outline. I've seen really beautiful illustrations to um, to break the frame as they're working. Like you have a beautiful illustration of nature, and then some of the leaves are breaking through, and you just have this beautiful leaf on the exterior of the frame, and it looks really great. I thought that's always like a really cool touch to the artwork. Okay. Okay, okay. Okay, let's just like slowly but with no rush try to oh, a really important line that also guides us in this drawing is as you can see the neck. That tells us a lot about his posture. So it starts here on the ear, and hold on, let me. There you go. Um, Look at that. It already kind of just goes pop. Ah, I love this. Also, his jacket gives us an understanding of how the clothing are sitting on him and what the spine is doing to the clothing. So we're gonna draw a line over there and over there. Oops. I just did this like one little line that's just like going down and it completely changes the whole thing. So I'm just erasing it because I know his shoulder is going something like this roughly. So that actually matters. There you go. And we said something like, that was off. It was felt a little bit too low. So, a lot of the times I use red pencils. I mean, I have different styles of artwork, and depending on what I'm working on, like bodies of work, um, I use colors and other ones. But for this specific type of illustrations, I love using pencils that are red and only red. Um, I think it's a very distinct thing that I do, and people seem to like recognize me for that. Um, but I also work in watercolor and oil paints, and I don't shy away from color in that. Right? It's a nice chin. Um, I think the color red speaks to me because it's such a passionate, intense color. Um, it's the things that I want to embody in some ways, just to be bold and passionate and loving, and there's something really romantic about the color red. Um, Also very destructive too. So I like I like playing with it. But for example, like I do also like I'm a collage artist, I'm an oil painter, and I'm also an illustrator. So and a lot of the illustrations that I do are in red, and um, I think I've working as a graphic designer for like the last 8 years has shaped me into like having like compartmentalized different styles. Oh, you thought that was a no, 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 God, no. I mean, it. We're trying to do so. This is where the neck is. This is where the shadow. We'll black it out a little bit. But now that you're like figuring it out, mm-hmm. So let's see. Mm. Yeah, I was saying that especially that I've been working in graphic design for so long, I've learned to like work with different styles and requests, and I think that shaped me into having like multiple ways of expressing. So either collaging or oil paints or whatever it would be. And some people would say, I mean, you can still look at all my artwork, all of them put on the wall, and you can find cohesion. And Stephanie, oh guys, my one of my best friends is on right now. This is lovely. Stephanie is I've known her since God knows how long. We've went to art school together in the same department, and she is wonderful. Also, go follow her, Steph. Yeah, she is a tarot reader, and she's a phenomenal one. There you go, mapping it out. So this back and forth thing on the piece of paper can go for a while until you feel the most comfortable to really go for more details. Some of thank you, Steph. Some of the most important things that I've learned in school was that going for too many details all up front just doesn't give you the room to change things too much. And one of the most important things I learned is that you need to kind of focus on lights and darks, and to put the lights and the darks down first. I do a combination of like just like rough mapping out. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I started like, but hi, sleepy. Hi, 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 hi. I think you know what happened. I started live on the desktop, and I didn't have a way to access the scheduled one that I was doing, or that I scheduled on the app. So there's this like gap between like the desktop doesn't know that I scheduled something on the app. I don't know what happened. I will have to figure that one out as I develop these TikTok live skills. Um, okay, let's see. Is there's this like thing over here happening? I think I'm gonna go for like some of these shadows in his hair because they really seem to help me anchor myself. I'm doing well. You didn't miss much. We just started sketching, so don't feel bad if you didn't make it in time. I had a very intense morning with my toddler, so now I'm just emotionally recovering from it. He's almost 3, and I'm pretty sure he works part time for Al Qaeda. Oh yeah, I mean, it comes and goes his attitude, but man, he did a number on me this morning, and I jumped in on the live, and I was just like, my my brain was just like, what the fuck just happened? Oh my god. Yeah, like you know what it really means to, and the turbo chews. It's like they're really awesome. Like you get to talk to them. You're like on a different level with them now. You're communicating, but they have these like moments where they can't really process. Yeah, they're menaces sometimes, and because they can't process like what they're feeling, they're having these outbursts, and you're just like, ah, like you can't just like not talk to them or like just walk away from them because a they're your kid or your niece or family, and b they're a child. They're not a grown adult. Like if it was a grown adult and they're having that kind of a meltdown, you'd be like, yeah, let's move along, my friend. Hello, 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 hello. So many people coming in and jumping out and coming in and jumping out. La, 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 la. But being here with you guys, it's what is just slowly making my blood pressure go down. So, thank you. Thank you all for just being here with me, calming my nervous system. There's a pointed ear lobe, ear lobe, pointed earlobe, pointed earlobey. Why did my music stop? What are these songs? Jesus. So I'm trying to like find music that won't get flagged. And I'm using the YouTube library to like just prevent like listen. Or what actually does work really well is sound what's it called? Epidemic sound? Yeah, I think so. Epic. If I know how to like those usually work. So you will still get flagged, most likely if you post the live on YouTube, but then you dispute it and they instantly lift their restrictions on the music that you were doing. So fun fact. Um, just measuring away. Yeah, his nose is a little bit wider. So some of you might have questions about, well, if you're drawing in shadows and lights, like what do you do with like when you have such a small object? Um, try to do the best. Like for here, the way I would break down his nose, I would map out this shadow that like kind of goes around his nose. So that's kind of the shape that I'm trying to draw in. See, it goes swoop, and then it kind of carries uh above towards the eye. So that's what we will roughly do. 1 second, something's bothering me. My washing machine was just going a little bit too crazy, so I just put it on pause while I'm doing glides. Um, just trying to put the shadow in here. Oh, thank you, thank you. Doing the best I can with what I have. This is, I mean, you know what? This is just years of practice. Like, I didn't used to be good at this. The only thing that really I can say with 100% certainty is just that I really loved it and I just really wanted to get good at it. And yeah. So see, there's like some, like, I'm already spotting. You should definitely like pick a color that you love and go with that. Do like a series of, I don't know, 20 drawings in one color and then put them up on the wall and look at them and find the connecting thread between all of them besides the color. And I'm telling you, it just looks so pretty to just do a couple of them in like one color. So I'm already seeing mistakes that I've made, and it's it's still fixable in some ways. Like you can tell, like this this is his neck, like his this is where the light actually starts. So that needs to come in a little bit up and a little bit down. So it actually makes the neck like he's churning. So he's actually in this posture and he's churning. So it's causing um wait, how actually, yeah, you can see it in that regard. This helps the way the face actually sits. So, and we see, yeah, you should let us know. Actually, follow me, give me a follow, make some art, send it to me, and like on some of these lives, if you guys want to come on and like present some of your stuff, and we can deconstruct them, we can do a whole art class. And one of the things that I found really cool about art school and was the possibility to get in front of a bunch of other artists and deconstruct what you made and like get advice. I think having eyeballs on your artwork really, really pushes you forward. It can also be a really vulnerable feeling of just being seen, or somebody having to sit there and tell you like what you did wrong or not. But like keep in mind, art is subjective. So at the end of the day, if you don't like what you heard, you don't have to do it. But I think if a bunch of us with good intentions get together, I think we can create a really healthy environment that is with good constructive criticism, not like some mean behaviors, which sadly at art school can happen, and people can just take punches at you because they're assholes. But that's not the type of environment we will be creating. So um, I want to just put that out there as like a possibility of what we could be doing together in the future. And if you don't want to do it live, just send me your work privately, and I will be more than happy to give you my 2 cents as to what is working, what is not, what you could be doing differently with it, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. um, yeah, it can happen. Now, not all art communities are like that. It's unfortunate if you, as an artist, that if that becomes your first experience, it could leave you with a really sour taste in your mouth as to how things do go. And I would like to change that because um, I think art is one of the most powerful things you can do for your mental health. I think it's our way of really, really having the chance to express and yeah. Oh, there you go. Da-da-da. How do I zoom in? How do I do these technology things? Jesus. Oh God. For the love of gods. I feel like a lot of the experiences artists are met were really weird and disrespectful. Yeah. Um, the thing is, as they weren't one. Yeah, yeah, 100%. There's this weird like initiation kind of thing behavior. It's kind of like a frat house. Like, oh, well, I suffer, so you have to also suffer in like my misery, and you have to pay your dues as like a creative. Like, fuck you. No, no, you don't. The thing is, you can still be a nice person and teach the next generation on how to be artists without having to abuse them. Um, and I think now that things are really public in the way, social media works, and I think people are more to realizing like, oh shit, like others have the same experiences. We can be dicks like that. Like we need to like change a little bit. And a good example that comes to mind, it's not particularly art making. Well, it is. It's a different type of art making. Is remember America's Next Top Model? How toxic that show was and like how people were behaving, and in the industry of modeling, people would just these elderly like people, not elderly but just like higher people would like fuck with these younger upcoming models, and they were treating them the way they were treated in the industry, which was causing this like terrible in the loop repetitive abuse. And back then, we all were watching the show like with popcorn. We're like, yeah, like get it together, girl. Like learn how to walk with heels. Like nobody seemed to think that was a bad thing. But now, like in retrospect, we look at it and it's an archive, and you're like, oh my fucking god, we were so cruel to these people. So it's the same thing in the art in any field of the art world. I think now that we have the chance to like look back at the things that we said that are archived, you realize, oh my god, yeah, they were definitely using them. They were abusing them. It was really shitty behavior, unacceptable. And it's the same with painters and sculptures and whatever. Like there's this like entourage, that these successful artists have been around, and they were also abused in that manner, and like that's the only thing they know to do. Not that I'm making any excuses for shitty behavior, but I can at least spot it where it's coming from. Yeah, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's interesting how they are talking about that experience. The the main people that were judging, Tyra included, how they're not really taking responsibility for how they acted, but they're trying to like justify some of their behavior, and that's an interesting thing to note. Anyways, I went in a loop, on like a roundabout way about it. But what I want to do online is I just want to build a community where we can all get together, we can thrive, we can improve skills, we can be good friends, we can be honest, but also not at the detriment of our mental health. And I also want to figure out this whole like full time artist. And as I'm learning it, and like I'm in the place where I'm feeling very comfortable doing it, I'm only doing it part time. Like I said, I'm doing full time graphic design, which is still a creative job. But as I'm learning how to do some of these things, I would like to pass it on and help others, because that is the right thing to do. Period. Let's see. Um, and yeah, just as an encouragement, like I know like I'm just showing up here doing lives, but if you feel called to send me a little gift, I would love to be able to go and buy my first coffee with that money that is being accumulated from the lives. And once I'm able to buy a coffee with money that I made on TikTok, it will be a day to celebrate and um, definitely have a lot of things to say, and I will share some of the things that I'm learning along the way. So yeah, it would mean the world to me for um, to just give back, and I'll make sure to do the same. Okay. Mm, yeah, I feel like slowly he's actually just the way I made these like slight changes in his neck, shoulders. It actually like really shows me how he's churning, which is really great. Interesting. One of the things that I did learn as an artist that is creating content for myself and also for others. Yeah, I love men with like features like this, of just like unusual features, or I like the actor from The Pianist. I love him. He's so beautiful. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. One of the things that I learned creating content for myself is one that I need to create content in a way that I'm not burning myself out, because that could happen really quick. And then to just practice and just whatever you create, just go out there and post it no matter what. Just go with it. And consistency. Consistency is the key. Like a little bit each, like everywhere that, you wake up every day and you make something. The fact that you show up each day and make art is, building a good consistent flow for success. I think taking off the foot off the pedal uh, is just so hard to start back up again. And yeah, just set up healthy size goals. Nothing too crazy, something that you can achieve each day. And these like little portraits is an example of setting a healthy goal. I say each day over coffee, I sit down and I try to understand portraits. That is achievable. Or each day I'm going to sit down and make a small collage. Thank you, love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, and as if I do that, I'm set for success. That's step number one. Building, like, get understanding what it really means to be in the flow and to do something for a longer period of time without stopping. But if these goals are massive, like you have, I don't know, big paintings that you want to like work on, which is great, and you should be doing those. To paint each day for like, I don't know, a whole year, if you can do that, that's awesome. I personally cannot. My life, the way my life is set up, I cannot just paint big every day. I have kids. I have so many other responsibilities that I have to like somehow I need to figure out what needs to give. So what I don't make compromises with is these portraits, is the illustration projects that I have for my clients. And then in between that, I wave in my personal painting projects, which are very large in scale. So if I work a couple hours a month at those, I'm happy, and that's acceptable for me. Um, yeah. Uh, I think the big one of the biggest disappointing moments for me was when I was younger, not now, because now I've been really good about it. Was getting disappointed that I wasn't finishing my pieces of art. And it's because I didn't have a good plan. I didn't have a realistic goal in sight. I had these like very altruistic, like, I'm gonna make these things and I'm gonna go to art walks and like I'm gonna do this and that. And it was great for like a month or two, and then I would burn out so quick and I would get so tired to just do the thing over and over again that I over time I realized that I need to have goals like this in place so it keeps me close to the fire. Yeah, really. And it reminds me of my skills. It reminds me that I'm good at this. It reminds me that I can still practice something and be valuable. And yeah, it it makes the world difference. And the moment I started doing that, I started adding some small. I'll show you guys one thing, like another. I'm a huge collage artist, so if I'm not drawing, I love collaging, but sometimes I don't have time to collage a lot of things. So I make these like collage sketchbooks where I just make quick quick collages. I already pre-cut everything and I put them in a box. And sometimes I just sit like eating or drinking a coffee or something and I glue a couple of things. I look at it and I'm like, and done. And I move on. And what that does to my subconscious and to my self confidence as an artist is irreplaceable. It's so quick. It's a quick win. Period. It's a quick win. Thank you. I'll show them. I'll show them later if you want. So yeah, quick wins are essential to becoming a full time artist. Yeah, it's definitely a quick dopamine hit, and it gets addicting, and you realize you can do them each day, and then you're just hooked, and it's the good kind of hooked, because it doesn't take too long, and it's not like destroying your life. Yes, I did make a collage on Pinterest. While I was in postpartum, which was like 3 years ago, which is wild. Um, Pinterest came out with that application that you can do collages, and I can't remember what the name. I can't remember what the name of it was, but made a bunch of collages in there, like for fun, and they're still public. You can find them on channel creativity underscore. And I have all kinds of boards. I have the portrait references there. I have all kinds of stuff. So you feel free to use it. Like this channel. Yeah. Underscore. Ugh. I spelled channel wrong. Channel, my friend. Channel. You don't. Oh, I will definitely do a tutorial for you. I will look at it a little bit later and we can dissect it together. I haven't been in there in a long time in Pinterest to make collages, so what was the name of it? I don't know. I'll look it up and I'll message you. Just make if I forget, just please remind me of it and I will show you. No, but I mean it. Like just remind me. Okay, so what's happening over here, my friend? Okay. So his eyes are being for sure. I'll do a screen recording of how I'm doing it. Okay, so let's see the eyes roughly. It's like mid. So I've noticed the moment I start giving like drawing a circle instead of just blacking out like where the eye is, I like mess it up. It almost looks like he's looking in like a really weird, messed up way. So to kind of combat that, I just go in and like very gently just block out the full damn eye. Don't look at the highlights, don't look at the reflections, nothing. Just put it in there. Cause then you can just slowly work your way up. So what I see over here, uh, his eyelid kind of like goes over his eye. So I try to draw in the line how it cuts the eye. Cuts the eye, that sounds weird. How it folds over the eye. I don't know. And then over here, it's kind of like a curb. Like, oh, let's see. It's like curvature. Oh, there you go. Let's see. There you go. That makes all the difference. He's so handsome. Ooh. Let me just make him a little bit bigger. There you go. Such a cutie. Okay, okay. Another, I know he is at the heartthrob. Now, another great tool is a pencil eraser. So this could get into like small places and help you out if you've made mistakes. My music stopped. Why is that? Okay, I'm doing this. I like also notice that I hold my breath when I draw. I don't know if any of you do that. Cut it out. Breathe, Alex. I think I like try to like be steady and like I just hold my breath and I do not feel like I just ran a marathon. Oh yay! Send it to me when you're done. Okay. Yeah, and if you ever feel like if you don't know what to draw, just go into my Pinterest and grab one of the portraits. This one is there included, by the way. You can do the one that I'm having. Go to Pinterest, like I said, go to channel creativity underscore, and I think it's called the portrait reference. I think it's one of the first boards available because it's a very recent one that I've made, and you can take it from there, or you can do a screenshot from here. Either way, there's possibilities. God, you're so beautiful. It's okay. My husband knows I like fawn over all these uh, characters from books. I'm such a big like romance reader. It's unsettling, but I love it. Okay, let's not forget that beautiful hair that just like oh, he's so beautiful. I still haven't seen the movie Wuthering Heights. I'm such a I'm gonna go this Saturday. I found a friend that I can go like laugh with at the whole thing. I've read the book. I'm like so like I'm up to date as to what happens in the story. I just haven't seen the movie yet. Hmm. So see, even here, like as I'm working such a small object, which is his mouth, I don't try to draw his mouth. I try to draw the shade that is on his lips, where the shadows fall, where the lights fall. The lights are always the last thing I work on, and I enforce them with some gouache. I just take a small paintbrush and I just put the highlights in. But I just go in like right now. I just see there's a shadow like right in the middle. It doesn't even go up to the top of the lip. So I just draw that shadow and the corner of the mouth that seems to like have shadow too. And then there's this shadow that pokes. See? So we continue. Yeah, if any of you want to draw along, like I said, go to my Pinterest, channel creativity underscore, and there's a board over there where you can do these portraits, and this one is in there, is what I'm trying to say. Blah, blah, blah. Hi, Alex. Do you know how to speak English? No. Hmm. Hmm. And the secret with colored pencils, and also depending what type of colored pencil you're using. Um, for example, uh, uh, this one is a classic. Like it's a what was this one? This one is a Faber Castell, which is a sharp, like you get sharp lines. You can also do a lot of damage if you press too hard into the paper. And then I'm trying to find a red so I don't mess up my whole ecosystem over here. Oh, there you go. This one is Prismacolor, and Prismacolors are really soft, so you can get a lot of like beautiful, quick colors. Actually, this might actually be a good fit in this process right now. This, it's like HB, and this is B3, B4. Prisma, yeah. Prismas are great. They're my favorite pencils. I mean, I like both of them depending on what I'm doing, but for example, with watercolors, like, ugh, it looks so beautiful. You can achieve so much. Yeah, those are great brand. I mean, um, pencils can get very expensive very quick. Sometimes I just buy individuals because I don't use the whole palette, so there's really no point. Yeah, Prismacolors are just so beautiful. Oof. Just make things just pop. And if you press remotely hard on the paper, it doesn't cause like a dent in the paper, which is awesome. With this one, I would definitely be causing some problems. So right now, my sole mission is to go and like really establish those dark values. Mm, there's over here. Hmm. Yeah, no, you have to. I mean, art supplies can get so expensive. It's unreal. I remember being in art school and crying leaving the store. I was just so devastated. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's expensive. Like, okay, then you buy these, the pencils, and then paper. Paper is so expensive. Um, uh, See, I feel like the ear needs to be a little. There you go. I was getting lost a little bit. Yeah, there you go. I just get one of the things that I do get lucky, I have to admit, when I work on projects for people, and they want something very specific, I go and buy, I ask them to buy me like the right art supplies if they want that. So, so then I have like nice gouaches, nice watercolors. The oil paints, though, have been bought by me because those have been my own personal expenses. And oh my god, oils are beyond expensive if you want something like really, really fancy. Make something a little bit sharp now. Ugh, he's looking so nice. Also, like, just so you guys know that there's options. So in my art store on my website, channelcreativity.art, um, I offer little mini portraits that are inexpensive. I think they're $30 a portrait, like this size. So if you ever wanted to make a gift for someone, um, that is just authentic and not super expensive, that's an option. Or even there's another option in my store where I have art mail. So if you want me to send you like a small art piece this size with a letter, that also is there, and that I think that one is $40. And it's not a subscription or anything, it's just like a one-time thing. So yeah, those are the latest two things I added to the store. And I'm excited to make some for you all. I chose those prices because I don't know, art is so hard to get a hold of. I think art is very expensive. I think people should have access to like real pieces of art made by real artists, not AI. And that you shouldn't break your bank doing so. Some of my favorite art pieces that I have throughout the house, which is like a accumulation of 25 years. They're like little small things that people have given me or I've purchased. And, I don't have a lot of money to buy like a couple $1,000 like painting or whatever. It's just not the reality that I live in. But if I can buy something that wasn't my means, I like usually do. And it just feels great to have access to it like that. And then you wake up and it just makes you happy, period. Hello, hello, everyone. Sit down, watch me draw, grab a tea, grab something to make you feel cozy. That might be a coffee, depending where you're at. I had my coffee today, and I will not embark on that journey of double the coffee and no food because then I wouldn't be making any sense in this process. Ugh, so handsome. Some people are just born with like beautiful features, and he just happens to be one of them. Gatorade is good at this hour, honey. It's still night, so you should probably you should probably be drinking Gatorade instead of coffee, unless you want to pull an all nighter. And I encourage that too if that's what you want to do. Hmm. Ask away questions if you have any questions about me. Like I can ramble on with like no direction, or I can ramble on with like stuff that you guys are curious about. I think I'd rather ramble on with like direction. What's my favorite snack? Um, Little mini pretzels and strawberry sour gummy stuff. There's these like two specific things that I really like, and you can probably get me to go into a van with like the sour gummy strawberries. What about you? Oh, what a difference he is. The Bueno bars with the nut cream. Yeah, I mean, those are pretty good. Those were my favorite ones for a long time. They're so good. Delicious and dangerous at the same time. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, those are yummy too. So you banned yourself from eating too many snacks. Good, 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 good. You did a self ban. Yeah, you definitely need to know when to stop too, because then it's like, Mhm. Let's see. I find myself hesitant in some certain segments. I think it's my way to be like, don't fuck it up. So I just kind of avoid that area until like I am left with no choice. Okay, I can bring this in again. Hmm. Let me get. What can I use to smudge? erase some of this areas. There you go. Maybe a little bit more. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Eddie. Stick around, keep watching, give me a follow. Keep track of me, I'll keep track of you. Let's make some art together. Are you? You should send me some of your work private, or just give me a follow and I can look at your artwork. I'll give you a follow as well. Oh yeah, tons. It's amazing. And I definitely feel like I'm actually making decent, like, beautiful connections on TikTok compared to Instagram. It just feels like a dead zone for me, at least. I don't know if maybe others are having more success. I'm also loving Substack. Substack's one of my favorites so far. Okay, I'm kind of getting close. I think I'm gonna start putting some gouache. Mm-mm-mm-mm. For the highlights to pop. This is the gouache that I use. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I'm not scatterbrained. I'm just a parent. Okay. There you go. Hmm. So amazing when you start putting these highlights and you're just like, yes, yes, yes. Come to me, my beautiful man. Delightful. There you go. Have a wonderful night, Eddie. Sleep well and uh, give me a follow. Come next time. Send me an artwork if you have one that you love and like. Oh, God, it's just so amazing. Yeah, if I mean, I used to think men are really hard too, because like my tendency was to make them really feminine looking. But that's why we're here to practice, girl. Yeah, just make a point that you're gonna start drawing some men, some old women, old men, young kids, whatever. Um, I have saved all kinds of portraits in my Pinterest, so give it a try. See which ones you like. It is easy to just do the stuff that we're used to, but it's just so great to like experiment and like, well, at least you admit that. Like, that's a starting point. So, step one, admitting it. Mm. And if you're ever painting, and working details, what I do usually kind of test my paintbrush on the side just to make sure that it's the right amount of color so you don't mess it up. Whew. That, I think, for now is enough. Oops. Um, I think this was a great thing to practice today. Uh, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you ever want to draw with me, follow me on Pinterest too, and the images will be there for you guys to draw in parallel with me. um, and yeah, I really love doing this. I would really like to continue to do this and build a wonderful community. I know you're kidding. Um, if you really loved what I did today, and if you have to spare, please like send a little gift or whatever they call these damn things. It will help me continue to do so. Um, and my goal this month is to buy a coffee with the money from TikTok, my first coffee. So if you guys can like help me achieve that, that would be so awesome. And yeah, I will keep doing these live portraits. I plan on I have all kinds of ideas of things I could teach. I could teach collaging, I could teach portraits, I can teach watercolors, you name it. But I think for now, just focusing on something simple as this will be good for a while, and then we can switch it up. And yeah, that's all I have. If you guys have any questions before I leave, let me know. Can hang out a little bit longer. These are the paint, the tools necessary to make this. Okay, I think I've hung out a lot. You guys have a wonderful evening. Yes, the tools of pure creation, the best ones. I challenge you to make drawings with your own color. Pick a color and go ham with it. Do at least 20 so you can see some consistency in all of them. And thank you, thank you. I have to start working. Do 5, not 20. Okay, do 3 and send them to me. Small, like the size of my hand. Pick a pick 3 portraits and do it and send them to me. Quick as you can make them. You're not allowed to spend more than 30 minutes on them. If you spend more than 30 minutes on it, you're like overthinking it. So I think, yeah, something small. Quick, quick. If you mess it up, move to the next one. If you mess that one up, move to the next one. Like, just rinse and repeat. If you get stuck, you know where to find me. Well, guys, have a lovely evening, morning, sideways, whatever, wherever you are on this planet and in this space and time construct thingy. Don't, you can cheat if you want. Bye, guys. I'll see you next time on the next live.